All right, good morning. This, is a perfect day. A little humid, but I'm so glad you can all join us. To those who do not know me, my name is Raj Kachadkar. I'll be serving as your MC for the program this morning. I am the president and CEO of the Central Maryland Chamber. On behalf of our network of 500 businesses, nonprofits, community groups, government partners, we are very excited today to have this press conference and ribbon cutting. Before we officially begin the program, I want to recognize some special guests in attendance. We have County Executive Steve Schuh, Arundel County Economic Development staff here, if you can raise your hand. We have County Council Member Andrew Pruski. We have the Chamber Chairman, Jeff Arminger. We have Mr. John Haley and Rich Rounds of the Haley Companies. We also have members of the Odenton Town Center Advisory Committee in attendance, if you can raise your hands. And I'd also like to recognize Planning and Zoning and Public Works for all the great work they've done in supporting Town Center Boulevard. So thank you all for being here this morning. Wow, just take a look at this brand new road. This is a big day for Odenton Town Center and Arundel County. I'm relatively new to my position, but I'm told that Odenton Town Center has been in this county's development plan for over 30 years. As a former deputy planning director myself, I recognize that it takes vision, advocacy, financing, design, engineering, and construction, all right, to get a major artery like this done. There are a lot of steps involved in this. The Chamber always knew we needed this road, and I really need to acknowledge my predecessor, Claire Lauder. She was a strong advocate for this artery, and as I said, I've only been here for a year, but this is 10 years in the making. And the Chamber has advocated for this because we knew that the community needed it, but the key leaders here, they're the ones that made it possible. The folks here today, they're the ones that brought this to fruition. We must consider the fact that we're less than a mile away from Fort Meade, the largest economic engine and the largest employer in the state of Maryland. And a few thousand feet down this road, we have the busiest MARC station in all of the states. Thankfully, County Executive Schuh and the leaders here recognized the infrastructure need. They also had the foresight to anticipate the upcoming growth and recognize the potential ahead for Western Anne Arundel County, so they took the necessary steps and action. The first major step in the life of this road began several years back when Anne Arundel County approved a private-public partnership, a move that positioned the Haley Companies to construct this critical road project. This new road not only accommodates vehicular traffic and the occasional truck, but creates a biker, hiker trail and sidewalk from Route 175 through the Route 32 underpass to Town Center Boulevard in Seven Oaks. We wanted more connectivity and capacity in Odenton. We needed more connectivity and capacity in Odenton, and now we have that connectivity and capacity in Odenton. At this time, I'd like to call up the leadership that made this possible for some remarks. First, I'd like to call up County Executive Steve Schuh to the podium.
Thank you, Raj. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here today. What an exciting milestone for Odenton and for all of West County. Over the last 4 years, we worked very hard to make our county more attractive to new business formation and job creation, especially here in Odenton. We've cut income taxes to help small businesses who report earnings most usually on personal tax returns. We've reduced property tax rates 4 years in a row thanks to our property tax cap. We've reduced water and sewer connection fees charged to new homeowners and new businesses by 30%, which will pump $75 million into our local economy and is the largest fee cut in county history. And I would add, It's the best affordable housing program ever implemented in Anne Arundel County. That program has knocked $6,000 off the price of a new home, an average new home here in Anne Arundel County. And we've eliminated waste from county government at a very high rate of speed. But these efforts would not be effective in Odenton without a blueprint to ensure that this area grows effectively. The Odenton Town Center Master Plan represents a highly collaborative effort. It's amazing how many different people and organizations were involved in this effort. The Maryland Chamber, led by Raj Kujjakar, I can never pronounce. Kujjakar? Close enough? We all know who he is. What a great job he's doing. And at the board level, Jeff Armiger, thanks for your great work chairing the Central Maryland Chamber. Andrew Pruski, Councilman Pruski, where are you? Front and center throughout the whole process of updating the master plan. Thanks for your efforts, Councilman. Our Economic Development Corporation, great work. The Halley companies, our partners in all these great milestone projects. The Advisory Committee, Odenton Now, our Office of Planning and Zoning, the Bike AAA Group. I know John Corin is here, so just to name a few, there are others. Can't get a whole list together, but stakeholder groups from every citizen and business group was involved one way or another and had a say in this project and this blueprint. And by using this master plan, I'm very confident that there is a bright future ahead for Odenton and for West County. 50 years ago, the Odenton Town Center concept was a grand vision. Great vision. But for many years, nothing really happened. Now that has changed. Today is a demonstration of bricks and mortar progress. Odenton Town Center Boulevard is now a crucial artery connecting residential neighborhoods and commercial districts and bringing this community closer together as we build for the future. This project, as Raj mentioned, will create a biker hiker trail and a roadway and sidewalk from Maryland Route 175 through the Maryland Route 32 underpass to Town Center Boulevard in Seven Oaks. Planning for the new road began in 2010 when Anne Arundel County approved a private-public partnership with the Halley Development Corporation. Halley Development agreed to fund and construct the road project, with the county providing impact fee credits to support construction. And we thank Halley Development for their tremendous efforts. Today would not have happened without their continued efforts to make Odenton stronger. This project is another step toward a better connected Odenton. This area has had, amazingly, a dozen new projects come online in the past 4 years. It seems like every day we're breaking ground or cutting a ribbon on something around here, something that's been long discussed, like the new high school in Crofton that's coming up out of the ground even as we speak, the new police academy and central booking facility that are also coming up out of the ground at this very moment. I believe these amenities, these important assets, will help the county fulfill its potential of becoming Maryland's top jurisdiction. And I look forward to many more groundbreakings and ribbon cuttings to come. Thank you again, all of you, for being here today. Have a nice afternoon.
Good morning, everyone. I always say hashtag opportunity in Odenton. And why is that? We certainly have the largest employer right down the street. But as the county executive said, along with several others, including the chamber, Raj, I think you deserve a round of applause for your work. Thank you. And I also like to thank the Odenton Town Center Committee and others behind it. But one of the things I think is so important is that we also have existing communities. Seven Oaks is here, Piney Orchard, and others. When we connect those communities, not only are we helping the local economy, but we're helping people with bike paths, pedestrian trails, and it's about quality of life. And I think that's so important as Odenton continues to grow, that we do focus on infrastructure for our community. This is a great day, though. Certainly, as you see, the sun is coming out. And as we continue to make progress, we're going to make sure we continue to build those partnerships to make it ready. I know one of the big things that the county executive and I are working towards is building that parking garage in Odenton. One of the busiest. It will continue to be busy as we gain more employees at Fort Meade. And certainly, we're going to continue the great work that is going on, and we appreciate everyone being here today. Thank you so much.
At this time, I'd like to call up John Corrin, and you are with the Bike Association. I'm going to let you give the title of your organization, but we're glad that you're able to bike over here. We want to give you some time to give some words.
Thank you, Raj. Thanks so much. And I thought it took great foresight for the Halley Company working with county planners that while they were building a shared use path for bikes and pedestrians, also decided to put a road beside it. Very good foresight. I want to put this in a broader context. We know traffic is a challenge. The least expensive, most environmentally friendly, healthiest, and dare I say most fun way to relieve traffic is to provide safe alternatives for biking and walking. Shared use paths like this will enable people who move into this new area to bike to Fort Meade, to bike to the MARC station, to bike or walk to school, to wherever they have to get to. And so giving people safe options to get out of their cars is the very best way to relieve traffic congestion. I also want to put this in the context of a broader network. I also chair the Anne Arundel County Bicycle Advisory Commission. We have a vision for an Anne Arundel County bike loop, bike and pedestrian loop, that is all trail, a loop around the entire northern half of the county, think north of Route 50. We have the BWI loop in place. We have the BNA trail in place. We have the South Shore Trail from Annapolis to Odenton in the works. Phase 1 will be ribbon cut, probably in a few weeks. The gap area is from Odenton to BWI. This trail traversing 32 is a very important segment. SHA's side path along the east edge of Fort Meade is a piece of the puzzle. But thanks to the work of Tanya Asman, County Bike Ped Planner, we just secured a grant from the state to try to map out a trail connection from Odenton to Fort Meade to Arundel Mills, back up to the airport, and then we have a complete loop with spurs, the WBNA trail on to PG County and so forth. So this is a very, very important piece of a much bigger vision, and we're very grateful to the developers, county staff, folks in Odenton for working together to bring us to this day. Thanks so much. And one last thing, the juxtaposition of yesterday, County Exec Schuh signed the new multimodal transportation bill, 78-18, which will help us work with the developers to build even more of these important connections throughout the county. So to sign that yesterday and to see this come to life today is just a fantastic week. Thank you so much, Raj.
Yeah, we appreciate that. And, I did letter in one sport in high school, and that was in cycling. So I'm glad you're able to bike here today and provide your remarks. So thank you to all our speakers, to all the leadership who made this possible. Thank you to Halley Companies for everything that they're doing. The Chamber is very excited for the future of Odenton. There are a lot of great things online. As I said, I'm new to the area, but I'm amazed at all the great things that are happening, all the partnerships that we have. So at this time, I want to call up all of those who have played a role in this important infrastructure project to come behind the podium. We're going to grab our ribbon and do our ribbon cutting. And
tell me when you're done with the pictures and I'll just do the countdown. All right, ready? All right. Ready? One. Go ahead, Robin. 1, 2, 3. All right.